Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome to my Monday live stream. If you've not seen me before, my name's Pip Todman, and I run Card Making Know-How membership for people who want to learn how to make cards, and Queen Pip cards as well, for anyone who likes to buy goodies. So I'm just checking out, making sure that everybody can see me, see if you've all joined me here on YouTube. I can't see anybody yet, so I'm just, hey, there we go. Cheryl's on. Excellent. Okay, cool. Afternoon, Cheryl. Lovely to see you. Thank you for joining and saying hi. I'm hoping that this is the right stream. I'm using my new technology, and I just want to make sure that it is the right stream that I've started, and that I've not started two new ones. So just bear with me a second while I just double check that I'm in the right place. It says I'm live, so that's good. That must be now. Yay, that's now. Excellent, good. Alrighty, just checking. Phew. You know when you start something new with some new technology and you're just a little bit worried about something until it works? Okay, tell me how my voice is today. Is it too crackly? I've put my little fluffy thing on my new camera over the sound, so if you could let me know if that's still working, if that's working okay, or if it's still crackly. If it's still crackly, I'm going to go back to my my video, my one on my laptop. So let me know, Cheryl, if you can. That would be great. Okay, so today, what are we going to do today? Today we are looking at the YouTube rock and roll for card making. That was the name I gave this live stream. Sound is fine. Good, excellent. Thank you, Cheryl. Hi, Margaret. Lovely to see you too. And it's kind of like a tongue-in-cheek. It's a bit of a tongue-in-cheek thing. But it's true as well. A lot of people feel that card making is just for old people. I'm going to say that really quietly. Old people. And I don't mean that in a bad or derogatory way, but they do. And that's not fair, because actually I have a lot of more elderly customers. My eldest customer is over 92. She's 92, I think she is. And she rocks card making. She makes some fantastic cards. But I also have people who crafted with me who are 18 and lower, but I generally work with adults. So why is it that we've got this myth that card making is just for old people? And they say it in that such way, like it's a fuddy-duddy kind of thing to do. And it's not. Card making is so much fun, and it's great for everybody of all ages. So it was a little bit of a tongue-in-cheek kind of thing. It's like, card making, are you too rock and roll to do card making? Well, I also want to talk about rock and roll stuff today, so it's a little bit like that. So hello everybody. Hi Sharon, hi Jane, hi Bev. Nice to see you. And Margaret's here as well, and Cheryl says that my sound is fine, so that's good. Please let me know otherwise. So what are we going to do today? Well, talking about rock and roll, I'm going to be working with this kit. This is the Rock Legend kit. Now, Rock Legend kit is a kit by Stampin' Up, but there are lots of other kits on the marketplace. I do sell Stampin' Up products, but I'm not here necessarily to just talk about Stampin' Up products. What I'm here about is to help you make cards and make cards better, and to enjoy your card making more, to get less frustration, and to learn all of the ins and outs of card making, from the foundations right the way through to the more complicated technical skills. And that's what I do here at cardmakingknowhow.com. That's my membership, and if you want to join us there, we have some fantastic masterclasses on all of the foundational stuff, but also on more complicated stuff too. Okay, so let's go hands down, and we can, there we go, you'll see I have my keyboard out ready and waiting. Okay, so let's get some light on the subject, and we will start looking at, oops, she says switching the lights off, the rock and roll kit. And I've got this light on over here because I don't want it to shine too brightly. Yeah, see, it shines on there a little bit brightly and then hits in front of my face, and I don't like that so much. But anyway, we will work this out. So this is the kit that I want to talk about, and I want to talk about kits because a lot of people just don't know where to start, and I think that is a common misconception, that you need all of this stuff oh, I need to have a die cutting machine, I need to have a paper trimmer, I need to have you know, embossing folders, I need dies, I need lots of stamps, I need all of this stuff before I can actually get started. And actually, it's rubbish. It's rubbish. If anyone tells you that you have to spend £100 to start card making, then you should ignore them and come and talk to me. Because you don't need to spend £100 or $100 or 100 anything. Yes, if you want to go off and buy all of that stuff later on, that's entirely up to you. But honestly, when you get started, you just need a few basic essentials. And when you get started, I think a kit is a great way to do that. You're just about to start your card making journey. And this kit is a great one, especially if you've got men in your life. But they're also not just for beginners, because quite frankly, if you've got men in your life, this is also a really good kit to use if you're a confident card maker and you don't necessarily want to buy a load of men's stamps, or like, you know, someone who does guitar playing, like Sean, for example, or you know, someone who does drumming. You don't want to necessarily go out and buy a stamp set that has drums in it, or an entire die set that is all about, you know, guitars or whatever. So why not just grab something that's available and use that? As Ange says, she loves a good kit. Oh, and my sound is sounding great, says Lindsay. So that's really good too. Thanks, Lindsay. So I like these kits because they come with some really easy to follow instructions. I mean, seriously, it's really easy to follow. You can also jazz them up and down a little bit. So we're going to start off, we're going to make one that's just straight in the kit as it's supposed to be. Now, lots of people diss kits. Lots of people say, oh, kits, they're not as good quality as normal cardstock. Well, that's okay, because they're for beginners who don't want to have to cut cardstock, know how to fold cardstock, know how to do all the scoring and everything. And they're cheap, right? Because they're not necessarily as great quality as grabbing your own card and making it yourself. But they're pre-printed, which is lovely. So you've already got some great ideas and great fun stuff happening. They come with all the elements all done for you. I still think they're great. So I don't care that they're not necessarily as, you know, substantial, shall we say? Is that a word to say? Maybe as our normal card bases. But they're perfectly adequate and good for what they do. This, on the other hand, these vellum stars, these are really thick. This is thicker than our normal vellum. So, you know, you get pros and cons depending on what you're doing. They come with all these pre-printed elements, which are great. And if anyone was at Paper Party, you saw me use one of the elements, or one of the words that was in a different language, and mask it and turn it into something else. So, you know, you can definitely do that. So see, look, I've already taken this one and I've used it in a different way, because you can always hide that. And then you have extra ones of these, but I used, I did it for my Paper Party. So there we go, you rock. That works with that one. And then I just need my little happy birthday here. And see, supposing you've got people who are living abroad. I've got friends in France. We've got, now I don't know which way around this is. I think that's German and that's Dutch, but it could be the other way around. That could be Dutch, that could be German. I'm not sure. Somebody will have to tell me. One of my international friends will have to let me know about that. So yeah, so these kits are great because they're great for giving you the ability to talk to other people in different languages, use stuff where you can just get going straight away and everything's in the box. Also, people use them for going on holiday and stuff like that. But I'm talking about it really, this is how you can get young people here involved in this stuff as well, because, you know, if you're a teenager and you've got someone who's, or if you've got teenage kids and somebody is making, you know, they're a drummer, they've got a friend who's in the band or whatever, you know, they're gonna love this because then they can make a card that's personal to them. I always tell the story of one of my original customers, a friend of mine who I've now known for I don't know how many years. I haven't chatted to her in a while actually, but I need to. But her daughter was, I want to say 14, I think, when I first met her, and didn't want to have anything to do with her mum's stupid crafting. Right, her words, not mine. And by the time we finished, her daughter now comes around to me and says, Pip, have you got anything I can borrow that's like this? Or have you got any dimensionals I can just grab off of you? Or are you going to do anything? Because now she likes crafting. But it took her a couple of years. We'd go around and I'd bake stuff with my friend back in the day when I used to do home parties and stuff. And now she probably does more than her mum does, because her mum's gone back into like crocheting and quilting and all the other stuff that people do. And I just want people to know that it is actually okay to be a crafter. You know, I think we get a lot of stick as card makers. Crocheters, for some reason, seem to be all right. They're like hip and trendy. Card makers, not so much. But I think we need to change that, right? We need to make it into the fact that card making is hip and trendy, because it is. And some of these are brilliant for that very purpose. So in case you're new here, or you've never seen a kit before and you don't know what I'm doing here, because we do have new card makers on here all the time, so this is for you. These are what we call glue dots, and they come in this little packet, and each one of these is a glue dot. So you can see in the back there's glue dots under there. So I left them off with this. Now this, I have to say, is one of the things I love. It's called a take your pick tool. You can other people have called them pokey tools in the past and all kinds of things, but they're just really great for taking off things and unsticking stuff. So I like to use them all the time. And then what we're going to do is we're going to use some dimensionals. Now that's a funny name for these things. These are actually foam pads, basically. And I'm going to use a few more than they recommend on the picture. Oops, because I don't like things to go soggy. That's just a personal thing. You might not want to use quite so many. If you haven't got any extras spare, then use what's in the kit to get you started. But personally, I just like to make sure that the it doesn't get squished in the post. Okay, so we put that on, and then we're going to put this on. Oh, your 4-year-old granddaughter loves the kits, says Cheryl. Yes, exactly. There's loads of people. I mean, you can, and it's a joy as well, isn't it? You can do it with your kids and your grandkids, you know. And I think they're just a fab way of getting started. So if you need anything, I would say an extra packet of dimensionals, just because, you know, you want to make sure that your stuff gets there safely, and a take your pick tool, and that is it. That's all you really need to get started with a kit. Because to be honest, everything else is done for you, and this is really just to help you. You can pick them off with your fingers. You don't need to use you know, you can pick them off like this. You don't need to use your take your pick tool. It's just me I like to use the take your pick tool, so that's just me. So I don't get stuck. I don't get it stuck on the backing here. Like that, see, like that. Sometimes it gets stuck like that. There we go. So there you go. That was quick, wasn't it? Quick and easy. Card number 1 done. So simple. When you get really into card making and you do a lot of it, you're going to buy yourself a little desk hoover and say thank you, Pip, because it's just so handy. But you don't need that to start off with, okay? That's just an extra thing. Okay, so that's the first one. So let's do the second one now. And if you want to know what I'm doing, I'm just following along these instructions. They're like, here's the instructions. Okay, oh, they actually stuck that on with, they actually put this on with dimensionals and then stuck all the rest on with glue dots, and they put the star over the top of the, oh, I got mine wrong, I don't care. But let's follow the instructions for this one. But you see how, I mean, you can just make it up as you go along, it doesn't really matter, but generally it's about putting stuff in the right, just having the right things to get you started and get you successful from the outset. And I think that's also really important for new card makers. It's about just making sure that you are not setting yourself up for failure or making yourself like really sad, I guess, or disappointed with what you're making, because there's nothing worse than starting something, thinking you're doing great, coming to the end of it, and it just doesn't look good, or it's all wrinkly, or I don't know, just something not working. And then you think, oh, I really don't like this. This isn't great. I'm not happy, blah, blah, blah. Whereas actually you could, you know, just set yourself up for success by starting in the right place. Now, this one, apparently we do the dimensionals here first. It's all very new. And then we're going to put this on this way, this way, this way, like that. See this? Oh no, hang on, I've missed a bit. I've missed a bit. Need to put, we've got another piece bit. I forgot this bit. This bit goes on first. And this bit is also on dimensionals. Oof. Okay, that's, I can't do that. That's, I am going off dimensionals to do that the way that I like doing that. Okay, this is a Stampin' Up! Way of doing dimensionals on a big piece like this. I'm not sure I accept that, but anyway. I mean, I guess the only good thing is that when this goes through the paste, it will just all squish in the middle, so it shouldn't be too bad. Okay, so there's that. See, so this just squishes down like that. And then this is going to go kind of here, like so. So these two dimensionals are now the same pretty much as that, sort of. Okay. I mean, it does give good lift and different vibes and stuff, but personally, I wouldn't do it like that. Personally, I would do a proper lift. That's just me. Okay. Hi, Jackie. Nice to see you. So now this time we are going to use the glue dots, and we're sticking it to this. So this is going to cover up those dimensionals. Don't worry about this one because it's going to be covered up by this, the sentiment, the wording that's going to go across there. Okay, that's the other thing. There's all this jargon when you first start to, like sentiment. I'd never really used the word sentiment until I started card making, and then it's like something you have to learn, that sentiment means words. Just call it words, guys. It's just words. That's all we mean. It's nothing fancy. We're just talking about words. Things you want to say on your card. Happy birthday, that's a sentiment. Okay. And we do all this. We've got jargon busting masterclass in or lesson in my membership. So all of these things that, you know, you can pick up from watching my free videos and stuff like that. Of course you can. But if you really want to kickstart your card making, then you might want to invest in some of my card making know-how membership. Even if you just come along for a short time, it's just, you know, fun to be a part of something. You can ask loads of questions, get really inspired, but also learn all the basics and learn all the things that you wish you knew. Okay, so now we're doing one on the top here and one on the bottom there. So one on the top here, it says, and one on the bottom here. And then I'm going to go over there like that. And you see you're going to hide that bit there so you can't see that. And I'm holding it up because my eyes are a bit wonky, so I have to hold it up to get a straight edge so I can see the straight edge. If I do it on an angle, it looks weird. There we go. Okay. And then we're going to scatter around some more of these stars. See, now to me that's a bit odd because it's going up. I think I put it over a bit too much. It needed to go. It'll be fine. There we go. So now we're going to put some stars over this. So another big one. Over here it says. Got a big one over there. And another big one we'll do over here. Like so. Oops. Okay. See, this is where I'm finding this weird because it's now. Anyway, it's bouncing, but we'll work with it. It's just me not liking it, not liking the height and not the stability. That's why I put on a lot of dimensionals, and I always recommend everybody buys more dimensionals when they come, when they buy a kit from me, because I think it's just a sensible thing to do. But there we go. It's all right. That's all right, isn't it? Not too bad. There we go. get these things out of the way. There we go. Pretty cool cards. I think you'll agree. Or it's the greeting. Yes, greeting is another one. Yeah, greeting's another name for sentiment or just the words. Hi Laura, good morning to you. Yeah, so it's, I think they're great for cards for guys or kids or teenagers or whatever, or husbands, those kind of things. So we can just make up the rest of those, or we could try and add a few other bits and pieces. So if and they come with these great things as well. So I don't know which one I would do with which, to be honest. I think you could do either with either. That's kind of like a checkered pattern, and then this is kind of it that sticks with the black and white theme. There we go. So they come with their own little envelopes as well, so that's grand. But the other thing you can do is you can add stuff to it. So you might have some other papers, or you might have some other elements in your stash that have things on them that are like this, Rock Legends. So this is the matching paper that Stampin' Up does. And I love the fact that they've got a kit that matches with the papers and stuff. So here we go, here's some guitars. Here's some beatboxes and some stereos and some speakers and stuff like that. Cassette players, God, that age you. And then here's some more lovely paper. So you can always just add your own. So supposing you've got a kit and you want to step it up a little bit or make it a little bit different, why not add a little twist of your own? So for example, we could just take a strip of this, and at this point you do need a paper trimmer. So this might be your second type purchase after you take the pick tool. And we'll just chop a bit off that we like the idea of, and we'll work out what size it needs to be in a minute. I'm literally just going to cut that piece off. And then for the drum one, what could we put on the drum one? Kind of like this. It's kind of like music stuff going behind you. Let's do this. So I'm just going to chop it length. Although it's a wave and it should go that way, really, I'm assuming it's some kind of wave. I quite like it this way. So I'm just chopping little pieces to see whether they would go with the cards. So let's have a look and see how we could just step these up just a little bit now, for those people who are maybe not new and think, actually, I'd like to take my cards a little bit further. Okay, so maybe we add a piece here behind the drumsticks. So let's get back to the drumsticks. And we'll add those in. And this time we'll add them behind the vellum. So we'll do what they suggested. We'll pop them back there. So that makes it look slightly different. And then we'll add some stars. Add the vellum. Now I still want to put these on top. I still think they're going to look better on top like this. And then our pick. There's a pick. Here we go. You rook. There we go. Oh, happy birthday. I might do this in French actually. Send it to my friend in France. We can work out what time of the year or when the birthday is. When his birthday is, we'll see. Okay, and then some more of those. Right. Okay, so now I've got all of these done. Let's start sticking these together. So I'm going to have to use something extra because I'm not going to have enough glue dots. But you can buy tape, or you can buy tape run. I think this is about to run out on me, but let's see if there's enough. That'll do. So I like a bit of tape runner because it's dry. So it works quickly and easily with this. I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to do my star. So it's just a little extra bit of paper, but it makes a big difference to the overall design because you've got something else for your eyes to look at. And then you can decide whether whether you want to go over or under. I'm not doing these on dimensionals again. I prefer these flat. So see, I'm changing up the design already because I'm making them flat rather than on dimensionals. That's just me. Sorry, I don't like them the other way around. Okay, I'm going to put this there, somewhere like that. These are going to go on top, because I prefer them on top rather than underneath the vellum. I'm actually going to put one up there and one down here, because they don't need masses to hold them in place. But let's just make sure that the top and the bottom is not moving. I like that. So if you're brand new here and you've not done much card making before, have you used a kit? Or if you're now a confident card maker, have you used kits before? Did you use kits when you were first getting started? You know, tell us your story with kits. We'd love to hear. Love to know what everybody's been doing with kits. Were there any kits when you got started? I mean, not just Stampin' Up! Ones. Did you manage to get kits from anywhere else? Not having any soggy middles on these cards, I'm sorry, folks. Just not happening. You rock. Can do that like so. Made it a little bit more downy, like so. This can go across the middle. Drumsticks, Jane says. She didn't realise what they were. Yes, drumsticks, Jane. Yes. To go with the whole rock and roll vibe, you see. We've got a guitar pick, or whatever it's called. It is called a pick, isn't it? It's probably got some fancy name, but Sean will know. I just call it a pick. There we go. And stick that across there. There we go. And then we'll add a few of these on. Let's go big over this side for a change. Add small. These are really nice, solid little stars as well. These are great. There we go. So all I've done is I've added an extra bit of paper in there, but it changes the look a little, I feel. Just adds an extra something or other to your card. So see how you can just change things around a bit just by doing that. Let's change the other one now and get that one going as well. You get 4 of each, so you've got lots of, you know, different plectrums, something like that. Yeah, there you go. That's a good thing, Jane. Thank you. So Sharon says, I used a few kits to start with, really helped to give me some confidence. Yeah, that's cool. That's really good. I can't put my chat over with this new thing. That's the only thing, is I can't show who's chatted and who's saying whatever. So that's a bit of a shame, but I think the lip syncing was more important, to be honest. That really drove me mad, and I couldn't figure out a way of fixing it without going to this new way of doing stuff. So hopefully you're okay with me not being able to show your message on screen, but at least I can tell you what everyone's saying. And now it's all on YouTube anyway, it doesn't really matter. So because you can see it in the chat, which is great. So Jackie says, I've looked at kits in the past but haven't got any. It's not like their contents, but you've bought a few Stampin' Up! Ones recently. Cool. Angela says iceberg, and you've lost me there completely. Iceberg? What is iceberg about? I'm not sure about that. Right, I want to use some of this somehow, but I'm not sure where I want it to go. Did this one go that way? No, that looks a bit weird, doesn't it? I might just have a smaller piece. I want to cut it about there. And I'm not going to measure it. I'm just going to shove it in and drop it where my thumb is. So it's somewhere just on the side of this guitar thing. There we go. And then this could go, that can go in the background across there. So like that. Okay. So this one I'm putting down. I'm not using dimensionals on this again. This is going to go flat. Okay. So if you change things up and you do things a little differently, you might need to get some extra glue dots or dimensionals, etc. But apart from that, everything's in it. Yeah, and you really need to tell me what you meant by iceberg. It's really confused. That's thrown me completely. Oh dear. So I try and teach all the basics. You can get loads of stuff from YouTube, right? You can pretty much learn everything from YouTube if you want to. But if you really want to be able to interact, chat with me, ask questions, this Thursday night we've got Ask Queen Pip night in the membership. Don't forget, if you're a member, get your questions in. Make sure that you've got your questions laid out. I'll send you the link out tomorrow, so you'll get your email tomorrow and your link will come out in there. Oh, and there we go. It's run out. I knew I would. So I'm just going to add a bit of wet glue, which is a bit more fussy. There we go. I'm just going to put that across the middle. That looks kind of nice there. Okay, again, kind of make sure it's straight. Okay, now I'm going to go with my vellum. And again, I'm going to put this flat. I don't want this up on thingies. That's nice because it kind of covers that up a little bit. So this week we've got Ask Queen Pip night in the membership. And then what else have we got? Finishing off our monthly focus, which has been layering stencils, of which you guys have rocked it. You've done brilliant, some fantastic layering stencil stuff over in the membership. Love that. And then next month is scene building. God, I really like scene building. I'm going to put it a bit like that actually. Love scene building. So that'll be fun. And yeah, we'll have another, it's going to be a bring your own, this Stampin' Chat just for members this month, because I've got On Stage, which is a Stampin' Up event I'm going to, and I've got Retreat. So everything's a little crazy busy. So we'll be doing bring your own. So bring a kit, bring whatever you want to come along with us at Stampin' Chat. That's the word I'm looking for. Stampin' Chat Pip. Remember, Stampin' Chat. We'll be doing that this month. Okay, so now I'm going to, no, not this month, because this month's February. Next month, it'll be Bring Your Own project. And the masterclasses will be up. I've already videoed them, so they'll be up, going up in the membership. So yeah, I like to kind of work ahead of time if I can. Now, see, I didn't put any on there, so I'm just going to put one in the middle, because then that'll hold that bit. That'll be fine, because that'll go down. So again, I'm going to check my ends. On this one, actually, do you know what? I'm going to go off piece again. I'm going to put this one diagonal. And the reason I'm doing that is because we've already got this straight line here. See this straight line here? So I figure we need a little bit more diagonal coming in. And that's just a design thing. Again, we teach design in the card making membership. So if you ever get stuck, you're not quite sure where things need to be, hop on over, come and join us. You don't have to join forever. You know, that's the thing. You can come, you can start for a month, see how you like it. If you really like it, you can upgrade, stay for a quarter. And if you really, really like it, you can upgrade and stay for a year. It's entirely up to you. But you get discounts, obviously, the longer you stay for, but that's your choice. I like to offer choice. Okay, so now all I've done is I've sorted out the funny layering thing, and I've added a little strip of paper. There we go. Oh, Angie's just answered, I've been using kits for years. I like that you can tailor them to your own design. Iceberg, problem between finger and keyboard. Okay, that's cool. That's fine. Looking good, says Bev. So there we go. So, you know, you can start off with a kit and do exactly as it says in the kit. Okay. Or when you're feeling a little bit more confident. So if you move up a stage, so stage 1 would be start with the kit. This is what I call our begin stage. Stage 2, you'd move up to construct, where you start to construct things a little bit more and use more of the foundation elements. So that would be adding some paper, for example. learning about design and layout a little bit, and just really starting to figure out how you like things. Okay, so like, I don't like this. This is a bit, it's all a bit loosey-goosey for me, with the bit there. So I like mine stuck down. That's me, right? We're all different. We've all got our own ways of doing things. And part of learning how to make cards is finding out what you like to do and what you prefer. So, you know, that's the benefit and the joy of starting with a kit, starting with the card making know-how membership and moving up. And let's get rid of all this idea that actually card making is only for old people, because how rocking are these, right? These are great for young people. And I think if you've got a daughter-in-law or a daughter or somebody, I mean, normally if you've got a daughter by now, they're probably crafty if you're crafty. But if you've got a daughter-in-law who's new to the family, why don't you try and do some card making with them? Because it would be lovely to have something that you could both do. And I think if you show them something like this, it's quick, it's easy. They don't have to have a lot of stuff in their house, which a lot of younger people don't have room for. You can just get a kit, use it, and then throw the box away. Well, recycle the box, please. Put it in your recycling, because it's all made of cardboard and paper. So you don't have to keep anything. You know, you can make the cards, you can get rid of the cards, you can give them away, you can send them, you can give them to friends to send, and then you can get rid of everything. So you have no storage needs on something like this. And I think a lot of younger people think that they have to have all the stuff that their, you know, their mum or their grandmother or whatever had in their massive, great big crafting studio. You don't have to have all of that at all. You can make some great cards with just some basic equipment. So there you go. That is our card making for today. So, because we are not too rock and roll for card making, we are super cool with card making, and hopefully you've enjoyed that. So if you have enjoyed that and you like card making and you are absolutely not too rock and roll for card making, then please share, tell people about it, come and join us in the membership, come and join us over in my free Facebook group and chat with me a bit more. And ask me some questions. And if you're in the membership, don't forget, Thursday night, Ask Queen Pip night. We've already got 3 questions lined up. It would be lovely to see some more questions rolling in. So thanks ever so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it's kind of just sparked a few new things and maybe some new people in your life that you can talk to about card making and get them involved. It's so much fun, as we all know. And if you're brand new here and you would like to sign up and get my new card making guide, then you can get that. And I'm trying to find where I put my link. Where is my links? Where are all my links gone? I don't know where all my links have gone. They've disappeared. Interesting. I don't know what I've done with those. I will find them before the next thing. I've mixed them up. This new tool is fun, but yeah, there's definitely things I need to work out how to do, and things that I need to remember where I put things. But yes, come and see me. The links are below. If you want to sign up to get more information about new card making guide, then it is queenpipcards.com/newbie. And if you want to come to the card making know-how membership, then it is this one here. And if you want to buy the kit, you can still do that from me. The links are in below, along with the paper, and also there is a stamp set and a bundle, which I don't have, but there are stamps and dies that go along with this. So if you do need something like that in your life, then check out the description below, because that's where it is too. Alrighty, thanks ever so much for watching. I'll see you again soon next week. Ta-ra.